With Archie-Diacono, 3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
How did two 20-something young men land a $300 million Pentagon contract?
I have a big idea.
It's okay to feel sad sometimes.
Today is April 8th, and ACDN TV is pleased to welcome a brand new anchor today, Senior Amanda Ryan. Welcome aboard, Amanda.
Thanks, Adam. This week on ACDN TV, we're covering quite a bit, from middle school PSSA testing to announcement of the West Virginia High School Journalism Awards AC received. We have a lot to talk about today.
And I also know you went behind the scenes for the school musical that is occurring tonight and tomorrow. But before we get into coverage of that, let's go to junior Evan Pierce, who investigated the new Period 10 that takes place after school. Evan?
I'm here at the Annville-Cleona Secondary School weight room, where every day after school, students and athletes come here for an activity known as Period 10. Period 10 is an after-school athletic program open for anyone who is looking to get in shape. At Period 10, students will take part in weightlifting, drills, and running. I had the chance to talk to some students who regularly go to Period 10.
My favorite part about Period 10, it's all the good experiences that I'm learning, you know. Getting ripped is definitely up there. Really just flexing in general.
What's your favorite part about Period 10?
Getting swole.
Thank you. Although it is now just gaining popularity, Period 10 has been around for quite a long time. I had a chance to talk to Mr. Gingrich, one of the many teachers and coaches that help out with Period 10. So how did Period 10 start?
Period 10 started when I first got here, and it was me, Coach Dodson, and one other kid in here for a whole week. So we decided that instead of being below average, we had to become superior athletes. So we wanted it to translate from the weight room to the classroom to outside of school. And we've been getting about 40, 50, 60, 70 kids, and it's starting to take effect.
And how long has this been going on for, like, years?
Well, this is the first. 3 years ago when I came, we had not many kids. Last year we had some more, and then this year we started the Period 10 Body Shop.
Yeah.
As you can tell, you're a member, an active member, and spokesperson. So this has been the first year.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, just so you know, anyone, whether they play sports or not, male, female, if they have a pet and they want to bring, if Ryan wants to bring Sky in, he's more than welcome to. Anyone can come, teachers, anyone.
Anyone.
Love to have everyone.
Thank you. Period 10 is a great activity for students who want to prepare for their upcoming sports season or stay active. So if you don't want to be average, come on down to Period 10 every day after school. For ACDN TV, I'm Evan Pierce.
Next Tuesday marks the start of the annual PSSA testing at the middle school level. Students in grade 8 will start their language arts testing, which continues the rest of the week. As everyone knows by this point, PSSA test results are important for not only the student, but the school. What can you do to make sure that you do a little better on your test? ACDN TV went to Lucas Bush to ask him about the 6 most important tips to ensure your success.
While taking the test, don't worry about any of the other students and what they're doing. Be sure to focus on your test and your own habits. The night before the test, make sure you get a good night's sleep so you're refreshed and awake in the morning to take your test. Because if the scorer can't read your answers, then he'll probably mark them wrong.
Jason, you can't even read this. How are they supposed to score this essay?
If you get stressed out, just relax and maintain a positive attitude.
Oh, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
On test day, be sure to eat a healthy breakfast so you have the energy to finish through the test.
Every year, Annville-Cleona enters its journalism work to the West Virginia University High School Journalism Competition. Several states and dozens of high schools participate, and this year, the following students won awards for their work: Mason Moore in Broadcast News, Abby Devon in Critical Review Writing, Carrington Moyer in Editorial Writing, Emily Bennett for Newspaper Layout and Design, Morgan Zimmerman for News Writing, and Emily Rooney for Sports Writing. Congratulations, guys!
Last night was the premiere of the annual musical Bye Bye Birdie. Although high school students had a chance to see the play Wednesday during an in-school sneak peek, the musical debuted last night and will continue tonight and tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the auditorium. As you might imagine, considerable work and months of practice go into making a production like this possible. So Amanda Ryan took our cameras and went behind the scenes this past week to see what goes into making this possible. Amanda?
Well, basically, I'm a sexy beast who doesn't care what anybody thinks, but it's definitely a bit of a stretch for me, but it's fun.
Kim is a whiny teenager who's just pretty ignorant.
I like dancing and singing at the same time. I remember in grade 9 we did Grease, but I was like singing in a choir at the same time.
Bye bye birdie, I'm gonna miss you so. Bye bye.
One of my favorite things about musical is kind of how when we go up on stage, we can kind of leave behind like any feelings we might have about the school atmosphere or who's watching us, and we can just kind of become a new person. And through acting, we can just create a new character that we, oh my gosh, I have to go on.
I joined musical because I love performing and my parents always tell me I'm such a drama queen. The best part about musical is probably when we finally get to perform everything. And it's all done and we get the costumes on, you just kind of fill your role and you feel it more.
This is my third musical and fifth show, and I can't wait to do it again.
This is my third musical and fourth show, and I'm really excited.
Bye Bye Birdie was originally a 1963 American musical adapted from a novel. This year's leads include Caleb Wanger as Conrad Birdie, Catherine Achenbach as Kim McAfee, Gabby Long as Rose Alvarez, and Spencer Grogan as Albert Peterson. The musical's opening night was yesterday at 7:30, but you can catch it again tonight or even tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. as well.
This past Wednesday night, a special reception and board meeting was held in the high school cafeteria to approve the hiring of Annville-Cleona's new superintendent. At 7 o'clock, a public reception was held to meet Dr. Cheryl Pottiger, and then, 1 hour later, the school board held a special session to vote on her hiring. A former superintendent at the Bellefonte area schools, Dr. Pottiger will begin at AC by July 1st.
We've had a bit of a lull between the winter and spring seasons, but as the teams are getting their games and matches started, sports reporter Anthony Frederill went out and talked to some of the spring sports players about their respective seasons and what their outlooks are. Let's go to him now. Anthony?
The rain's been falling and the flowers are blooming here at AC, and that can only mean one thing: spring sports are in full swing. From the court to the track to the field, athletes all around the campus are prepping up for some successful seasons that are sure to lie ahead. Last year, the baseball team finished the season with a record of 10-12, but are expecting some major improvements this season due to their deep pitching rotation and some strong quality hitting. As for the softball diamond, this year's Lady Dutchmen look to follow up a successful district playoff qualifying season with yet another successful year using their talent all around the field.
This year for baseball, we're looking pretty good right now. We got a strong batting order. Our rotation's pretty deep this year, and we started off 2-0 this year, so it's looking pretty good for the rest of the year.
Okay, this year our outlook looks really good. We have a lot of returning players. that has a lot of experience. We have a lot of younger kids coming up. Last year we won the section, so obviously we're going to try and win the section, qualify for districts, go as far as we can. Both the JV and varsity squad have a lot of girls, a lot of playing experience, so it should be a fun, exciting season to watch. So come on out and support the AC Girls Softball program.
Over on the court, the boys tennis team is representing AC well with over 20 players on the squad, with talent popping up from all over the roster. On the track, the boys team is anticipating a very successful 2016 campaign, with skill coming from the running, jumping, and throwing areas. While on the girls' side, last year's 4-2 season was not satisfactory enough for this year's Lady Dutchmen, who are looking to improve.
All right, so far in the 2016 season, we are doing fairly well. We have more wins than we have had last year. We're at 6 right now, 6-2, which is pretty good. The outlook on the rest of the season is to compete in our county tournaments, compete at leagues, hopefully get some people to play on Monday, and see if we can make it in the districts. So that would be a vast improvement for our program, thanks to individuals like this guy right here with this nice shirt on.
I think the girls track team is going to do really good this year. We have a lot of strong individuals in new events, and I think building up at the end of the season will do really good and we'll go really far together.
The Annville track team's looking pretty good this year. We have a lot of improvement from last year in both physical ability and ethnic diversity. That's it.
If you don't participate in the spring sport, make sure you get out there and support your fellow Dutchmen. For ACDN TV, I'm Anthony Fratterall.
This is a reminder that the Honors English 10 entrance exam for current freshmen will take place Tuesday afternoon at 2:30 in Mr. Clements' room. Spring Picture Day for students in grades 7 through 11 will take place on Wednesday, April 20th.
And the FFA banquet will be this Tuesday at 7 p.m. in the cafeteria. For ACDN TV, I'm Adam Fox.
And I'm Amanda Ryan.
And
we are out of here.
Let me escape in your eyes.